Okay, as we enter a whole new week in trade, let's take a look at the global cues over the weekend and, of course, yesterday, given that India was a market holiday on Monday. So we'll be looking forward to see what exactly the trends have been that are likely to influence our market action today. Now, let's begin by saying that there's a glimmer of hope. Yesterday, the SGX Nifty was showing an over 200-point downtick for the Indian market. That has reversed this morning. Now, there's a couple of reasons why it's reversed, beginning with the USA. So the Dow was down over 400 points yesterday at one point. The Nasdaq was down over 100 points. The S&P was also down around 1% or so. What happened by the end of the session is that all the benchmarks recovered. The Dow closed the day down by 271 points. The Nasdaq closed the day pretty much flat, down by just 7 points. And the S&P also closed the day pretty much flat, down around 17 points. So this basically made up some of the lost ground from earlier in the session. Apart from this, if you just want to look at the month that all these benchmarks have had, the Dow is up nearly 12% this month, the S&P is up nearly 11% this month, and the Nasdaq again is up nearly 12% this month. So it's been a historic November. Not just their benchmarks, but even the Russell 1000 Value Growth ETF and then the Growth 1000, both have done very well, up around 13.4%, and then the Russell 1000 Growth has been up around 10.4%. So really strong gains. This morning, futures are only adding steam to this recovery. Dow futures were up around 100 points, and S&P and Nasdaq futures were up 0.2 and 0.4% respectively. So you have record flows coming into India from FIIs. You have good market breadth and positive market action in the United States. Those benchmarks are at lifetime highs. So that, tells you what kind of mood our market could be in today. Asia is definitely responding positively. The Nikkei is up nearly 1% in early trade. The Topix is up 0.8%. The Kospi in Korea is up over 1%. S&P ASX 200 in Australia up 0.6%. So manufacturing PMI for Asia, Pacific and China came in at 52. Readings above 50 means that the economy is still expanding. Less than 50 means you're contracting. So even economic data is coming in quite positive. Now, Europe yesterday closed down slightly by 0.6%, but nothing to note because the stock 600 was up 14% this month. So that's even more than the US benchmarks. It's had its best month since 1986. And it's done really well, particularly month on month. And airline stocks are worth flagging off in terms of the last 1 month's performance. Oil prices declined yesterday, but again, they've gained 25% in November. Brent is sitting at 47.5 and WTI is sitting at 45.3. So both fell around 50 cents to 60 cents, but nothing of note because the advance in these prices over the last month has just been amazing. Gold has dropped to a 5-month low. So as equities do well, volatility comes down. We have vaccine data coming in. So I guess the trade on precious haven safe metals is kind of losing steam. Worst month in 4 years for gold, down to $1,773 per ounce. Let's remember we were above 2,000. It shed around 5.6% this month alone, and gold futures yesterday also dipped 0.4% to $1,780 per ounce. So that trade clearly losing momentum. So that's the wrap. SGX Nifty currently pointing still in the green, nearing 13,000. Should be a fairly interesting day. Futures in the US hold up. Nifty should be able to hold its ground as well.